So let's talk about our next question. So this next question was asked in NEET PG January session 2020. So in this question, a man under the alcohol intoxication fall into a manhole and sustain a perineal injury with a scrotal upper thigh swelling along with the blood and meatus. Also, there is a difficulty passing urine. Now, what is the most likely associated injuries due to this trauma? Now, the key words. That has been asked in this question is that perineal injury with a scrotal upper thigh swelling, blood at the tip of the meatus, and difficulty in passing urine. So, these four keywords basically suggesting towards the possibility of bulbar urethral injury. Now, let's try to break it down. Okay, so here the bulbar urethral injury typically seen with a straddle type of injury. Now, in case of straddle injury, what exactly happens? The impact of the force is directed towards the perineum. So, there is a disruption of the bulbar urethra against the pelvic bone. So, that's why this bulbar urethral injury has been seen with a straddle kind of injury. Now, the signs. Let's try to understand. Your blood at the tip of the meatus, which is eventually a common hallmark features for every possible type of urethral injury. Okay, whether it is a membranous, whether it is a bulbar. Now you have to understand here the patient basically presented with a scrotal, perineal and upper thigh swelling. Why it is so? Because there is a extravasation of the blood and urine. Okay, and that extravasated blood and urine basically goes into the Colles fascia and the Scarpa's fascia. That's why you might gonna see this swelling in that patient. Now the patient will also unable to pass urine or unable to void. That is because of the disruption of the urethra, right? Disruption of the urethra. Now, typical history of the falls or the straddle type of injury or the blunt perineal trauma will always be there in this question. Okay, so these are the four hallmark features just to get the diagnosis done correctly of bulbar urethral injury. Now let's try to understand how do we diagnose such cases. So we have the retrograde urethrogram, which is supposed to be done before attempting catheterization. Now, few words regarding the catheterization. So, what is the dictum? Your Foley's catheterization or the urethral catheterization should only be attempted by the experienced surgeon. This is the number one, and that too for one attempt, because multiple attempt will leads to multiple false tract formation. Okay, this is the number one. Number two, nowadays the books basically suggesting us that the Foley's catheterization or the urethral catheterization should only be done under endoscopic guidance with a roll reading technique. So it's always better, according to your exam perspective, here your management or the first step while seeing a patient with a bulbar urethral injury, you must go for the suprapubic cystostomy for the urinary diversion. Okay, so for your exam perspective, this is going to be your answer, right? Now, we can go for the delayed repair or immediate repair. That will depending upon the scenario, like the severity of the injury in that case. Okay. Now, let's try to look into the other options. So, in the other option, we have the bladder rupture. Bladder rupture mostly associated with the pelvic fracture. Now, depending upon whether the bladder was full or not during the trauma, it would leads to intraperitoneal bladder rupture or extraperitoneal bladder rupture. But there is a constant suprapubic pain that will be pretty much common in either of the cases. Okay, and the inability to void as well as suprapubic pain. But one thing that will be absent, that is your blood at the tip of the meatus, which is specifically hallmark for urethral injury. Now, your perineal swelling will also going to be absent in case of bladder rupture, right? Now, let's try to look into the penile fracture. So, your penile fracture is basically rupture of the tunica albuginea during the intercourse. So, the patient typically gives a history of cracking sound, followed by there is a immediate detumescence and there is a penile swelling. Okay, there is a penile swelling in that case. Also, there is a complaint of severe pain. The history of straddle injury eventually absent in such cases. Now, the membranous urethral injury. So, regarding the membranous urethral injury, here it will always be associated with a pelvic fracture. This is the number one thing. Now, the number two thing, it is associated with a high riding of the prostate. Now, this high riding of the prostate, while examining with a digital rectal examination, you are able to find that there is a prostate that basically lies in the superior position, which is eventually known as the Warmutin sign. Also, there is a butterfly-shaped pelvic hematoma. Butterfly-shaped pelvic hematoma that would be seen in case of membranous urethral injury, not the scrotal and upper thigh swelling. Okay. So from this discussion, we can easily able to conclude that your answer is going to be bulbar urethral injury, right?